So, what is the most popular used social media in US?
I'd have to say definitely Facebook. Um, Everybody has a Facebook. Everybody talks about Facebook. Probably secondarily Twitter. But the people who use Twitter are going to be using it more for a specific purpose, such as gathering news, or it's not as much of a social media as it is a professional media or something like that.
So, what about you? What do you use most?
I use Facebook as most. There have been times when I've used Twitter or YouTube or Instagram or something like that, but it's always been just for a specific purpose. So.
Have you ever written a blog?
I have. I used to write a blog. For about 3 years, I blogged every day, and I had a decent readership, but I was just mainly writing about Christian issues and culture issues, and how sometimes what was said and what was what people said that they believed and what they actually did maybe didn't line up with.
All right. So, what do you prefer most, broadcast media or new media?
I prefer the new media. The broadcast media doesn't seem to be able to keep up with the pace of actual life, where you can get information right now and you're able to know exactly what's happening at this very moment. Everybody on broadcast media seems to be just behind just a tick, and that just tick is sometimes the difference. So.
So, do you think this is a positive shift from broadcast media to the social and the new media? Because not a lot of people actually prefer new media over broadcast media, especially our previous generation and stuff. So, what do you prefer? Do you think the news you get over new media or social media are more authentic or verified than the broadcast media, or broadcast media is more reliable? What do you think?
I think something that I've had to learn to be really careful with is who the source of the media is. So Reddit, they, after the Boston Marathon bombings, they had people just combing through pictures trying to figure out who it was that did it, and there were just wild speculations, and just about nobody was right. And so, Reddit isn't a place that I've ever trusted for my news, but. New York Times was pretty on top of things, and the USA Today is one of the ones that I read a lot of. So it's I'm losing the question here.
Yeah. So let's go to the next question.
Okay.
What about yesterday, the tornado or this thunderstorm? Did you rely on broadcast media for the news or the social media?
Right. Well, that was a special occurrence. So for us. We have one person who exclusively uses broadcast, and the people who are most trustworthy at various times of the day are the ones who are on broadcast.
Yeah.
But even then, we were watching their live YouTube feed.
So that's the new media and broadcast media together.
Right. So it was right, exactly. So even then, it was. I was only using it because the most reliable source was on broadcast, and I couldn't find anything anywhere close to. I would have much rather seen use Twitter, and I was looking at Twitter, but it was just people in their backyard saying, "I think that I saw a tornado," and they weren't quite sure. So.
Okay, thank you.